Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we answer tough questions about ninjas like, what are my top 5 things that I don't really like about the Ninja Woodfire Grill? And what kind of shoes do ninjas wear? That one's easy. Sneakers. If you follow this channel, you know that I'm quite the fan of the Ninja Woodfire series. Ninja gave this to me to try out. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to send it back, but I have been using it for a very long time. If you go back and look at my catalog, you'll notice that I've cooked with it a lot. I've made a lot of videos about it. Now, I would not cook with it if I didn't like it and like the results. Ninja has never paid me to make a single video for this channel. However, I am still accused of being a shill for Ninja, and you can't trust me because all I ever do is say great things about the product. Well, the product's been great so far. But I do have a few gripes, and here they are. You don't get a lot of airflow under the meat, and that is kind of due to the setup. There is a ribbed grill grate that you can use, and that gives a little bit of separation between the meat and the cooking area, but it doesn't really ever give you good airflow under the meat. So that underside of your whatever you're cooking, like if I did a brisket, the whole underside of the brisket doesn't seem to really get much smoke. Now you can mitigate this by doing flipping, but then you're doing a lot of flipping and then you're really kind of only getting half the amount of smoke because only half of the meat is ever really exposed to the smoke. Well, not really half because the other sides, there's probably a percentage on that, but I digress. All of the meat is not exposed to the smoke all of the time. Unlike on a regular size pellet grill or an offset smoker where there's a grate underneath it with air below it and then it allows airflow all around the meat, the whole meat is smoked and enveloped in smoke. So that kind of doesn't produce the greatest results because of that. Now to try to work on that, I bought a little rack that I'm gonna use to raise the meat. I'll be doing some testing with that, so stay tuned and see if it works. The number 2 thing I don't really like about the Ninja Woodfire Grill, it's not about the grill, it's about the results. I've never really gotten a great smoke ring out of anything I've cooked in the Ninja Woodfire Grill. They all taste smoky, they look smoky, but they don't have that pink smoke ring that everyone wants to signify great barbecue. Now, a smoke ring does not signify great barbecue. It has no effect or merit on whether the smoke penetrated. That is kind of a myth. If you do a quick Google on smoke rings and do they matter, you will see all kinds of information saying they don't matter. There are even people who will cheat and add like a curing salt so you can fake that ring just because they feel it's so important, but it's not. It is some process of science with nitrogen and myoglobin and the way they react and the way they produce things. And apparently, I don't know if the pellets that I'm using or the way it works, it just doesn't seem to produce a heavy smoke ring. I would like it if it could. Now, once again, I will be doing some things to try to figure out if I can get a good smoke ring out of this unit. So stay tuned and see if I actually figure that out. The next thing about the Ninja that I don't 100% love and think could use some improvement is their app. Let me fire it up. I am currently doing a cook on this right now because I'm filming another video. And you can see it shows me my current temp, it shows me everything. So when you have the app set up and you have it set up into the probe mode, it's going to shut the grill off when it reaches your current temperature. I'd kind of like the option to let it not shut off and just tell me when it reaches that temperature, one. I would also like to get the option for some like early warning settings. I'd like to be able to set myself to get a warning. Let's say if I'm cooking a brisket, I would love to put it in and tell it to give me a warning at 167 so I know when the brisket hits the stall. I don't want it to shut off at 167. Now, I can just look and see, but I get busy during the day and I love to get my notifications for things. It keeps me like up to date and I don't have to babysit looking at the app to figure that out. The second thing I would love them to add to the app is I want to be able to map and track my cooks. Each time I cook, I'd like to be able to create a instance for that. And I want it to be able to track the temperature of the grill, the temperature of the food, how long it took, what it was, allow me to make some notes. That way, all within the app, I can have records of each of my cooks and then I can use that information to get better and improve my cooks as I go. A lot of the times I'll forget, what did I cook those chicken thighs that came out great at? And I have to remember. Now, if I had it in the app, I could just go and look and say chicken thighs. And then it would tell me, oh, the last time you cooked chicken thighs, you did them at this. And it would be wonderful. If you guys could do that, that would be awesome. Now, this is not a problem for me, but apparently it is a problem for other people. Apparently the app is not the greatest with Android. Lots of people seem to have problems with the app and Android. They can't seem to get it working right. It doesn't work right for them. I use an iPhone. I haven't had those problems. My fourth gripe about it is Wi-Fi. It needs Wi-Fi to work properly with all the ProConnect stuff. It would be nice to not have to connect the unit to Wi-Fi if you were in a position where there was no Wi-Fi. If you were to be able to just connect via Bluetooth in a short area and monitor it that way, or even if the unit broadcast its own small Wi-Fi network that you connected to. Let's say you're out camping or on a camper and you brought this with you, which I think this is great to do that with, but you don't happen to have Wi-Fi. It'd be nice to still be able to use all the features of the app, even if you didn't have Wi-Fi available to you. Or if Wi-Fi doesn't make it all the way to your patio. Like I run an extender so that my Wi-Fi reaches way out here. Not everyone has that. It'd be nice to be able to have a little more flexibility. My fifth and final gripe is something you've heard me talk about before. The grill plate doesn't get hot enough for me. I think it's a function of the fact that the grill plate is coated and the wattage and things that they can't really pump the heat into it and get me over, like they say, 4 something. I've seen 450. I just want something super hot for searing steaks. I can't seem to get that with this. I would love to have that as an option, and then I wouldn't need to fire up any of my other plethora of grilling equipment to get myself my steak sear after I've smoked it on the wood fire. Now, a sub gripe within that gripe, so 5.5, I would love to see them make a cast iron grill plate or maybe a stainless steel grill plate, something that's not coated with the non-stick coating. There are a lot of people out there that just don't like non-stick coatings. I don't have a problem with this one. It's the way it's coated, and I think it's ceramic coating. It's not Teflon, it's not chemicals, it's safe, but there are some people who just anything nonstick, they don't want to have it. And I think that would open up this to a wider variety of people. And cast iron always just cooks great. And it's already an iron type thing. I don't think it would be that hard for somebody to make a cast iron piece that goes in here. It'd be pretty nice. I could do some really cool stuff with actual cast iron. So that's it. Those are my top 5.5 gripes about the Ninja Woodfire Grill. I still think it's a fantastic option for people who don't have a lot of space, like the convenience, don't want to take all that time and hassle of lighting a big grill. It's great. I still constantly use it all the time. If you enjoy this content, go back and watch some of my other videos. I show you how to set them up. I show you great recipes for them. I tell you whether you need special pellets. I do all kinds of stuff for this unit, but I also do other stuff. I have a giant pellet grill that I just got. I have a propane grill that I do a series on. I get all kinds of different gadgets that I test and review. So if you're interested in this kind of content, please subscribe, leave it a like, leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. And if you really want to support this channel, go ahead and sign up and become a member. Members get shout outs, members get credits at the end of the video, members get to see videos early before they release to everybody else. So if that's something you're interested in and you really want to help support this channel, go ahead and become a member. So that only leaves one question to answer about ninjas. Why did the ninja become a chef? Because they like to slice and dice. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, tell you his gripes about the Ninja Woodfire Grill, but there's one thing Dad will never do, and that's an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This episode of Dad Got This was brought to you by our producers. Thank you very much.